We are now being joined, of course, sa ating interview natin ngayon sa ating program, ang Kadangpan Live Online, ang organizer ng Women's Run PH para i-discuss yung post-event sa Davao nung linggo and of course the up-and-coming event dyan sa may Cebu and Cagayan De Oro. Let's all welcome the organizer of Women's Run PH, Miss Nicole Wuthrich-De La Cruz. Hello po, magandang umaga.
Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for having me, ha?
Yes, it's my pleasure that I know you've been quite busy and it's nice talking to you again since last year ba, if I can
Yes,
remember. Oo. Kasi doon
that's
sa pep,
right.
yeah, doon sa pep talks. But anyway, kumusta naman and how's the assessment right now with the post-event that was recently held dyan sa SM Lanang po?
So, you know what? It was really an empowering event, no? Yung event natin nung there sa Davao. And I'm happy to say that from before we only have few runners, let's say 1,000 something, no? 1,000 plus. And it was our first event actually last year to have it in Davao, and it was well welcomed by everyone. And this year, it's even a bigger milestone for us to actually achieve 3,000 mark. Kasi in the provinces or the regional events that we had, hindi pa kami nakaabot sa 3,000 na women joining the event. And our first event of the year, which is sa Davao, we were able to hit that mark. So in any event that we do, we always have a target number. So me naman, I'm very ambitious because to begin with, my goal is to really increase the participation of women. So these cities that we plan to have, maliit talaga yung participation ng women. Sometimes you just have less than 500, 500 max, or a little more than 500. But that's already just the number of women joining the events combined with the men as well. So for me, and since that's my goal and my mission, I want to be ambitious. So sinabi ko nung first event, okay, let's hit the 1,000. But we went past 1,000. And then this time sabi ko, oh, sige, sab gawin natin siyang 3,000. And I'm happy to say that we really hit it. The things that I did is it requires hard work. So for me, alam ko na, oh, ito lang kinaya natin last year, and it was also a big stretch for us. So what I did is, of course, I reached out to different organizations, to run clubs. Their support were super amazing. They themselves are also empowering women within their communities, which is something that we look forward to, no? Kasi yun naman yung gusto nating ma-attain. And the event during Davao, you see a lot of faces smiling, having so much fun. It's the perfect opportunity for women to dress what they want to. So some, if you can see, wearing naka-fairy sila. Others, they're wearing beautiful hats. Yung iba naman, they have glitters on their face. So, expressing themselves fully during the run. It was well seen, and at the same time makikita mo na parang they're really having so much fun. In terms of the men, they were there as well supporting the women of their lives, and some are there just to cheer and uplift also women. So nakakatuwa siya tingnan na ang laki na natin after a year that we mounted the event, and then more people came also to cheer and also have fun.
Well, that's good to hear, no, Ma'am Nicole, especially there are people who are not from Davao who wanted to eagerly participate. But anyway, this kinds of, I'm quite interested about this up and coming event which will be mounted in Cebu and in Cagayan de Oro. But of course, as you have mentioned, there's always a target participants that you are expecting. So what's the
Mm-mm.
anticipation of those who will register and of course the expectations for those who have
Mm-mm.
already participated in the previous runs of Women's Run PH po, Ma'am Nicole?
Yes, you know what? You're right with what you said. No, people actually traveled to join the event, and not only within the Philippines, but there's also foreigners coming in to join the event. So nakakatuwa siya na we're not only tapping the market within the Philippines but also outside. Now here at Cagayan de Oro naman is the next event that we're going to have. Apart from we're gonna have the biggest one in Manila. So we're gonna have 15,000 this March. And then for Cagayan de Oro naman, we plan to have the event April 19, 2026, of course, in partnership with SM again. So it will be at SM CDO Uptown. So we're targeting, since Davao was able to reach 3,000, I'm hoping also that Cagayan de Oro will be able to reach 3,000 mark as well. So I've heard that some from Davao are also traveling and going to CDO, which is something that makes me happy because it only means that they really had fun, they had a good experience, so they want to experience it in a different city naman, sa CDO naman. And for Cebu naman, my target date would be May 17, 2026, and it will be at SMC side. And we're planning to open the registration today. Cebu is the first. This will be our first event in Cebu. Many people from Cebu were actually messaging us kasi we started the event 2023, and then wala pa sila nung 2024, 2025, wala. And then receiving all these messages na, hey, when is Cebu? When is Cebu? And now we were finally able to have one in Cebu, and it's going to be May 17. Tamang-tama for Mother's Day.
That's nice. At least that they can get to experience.
Mm-mm.
But of course, for the benefit of our viewers who are watching for this interview, likely when for the reiteration of everyone's for those who don't know, when does it really start, the Women's Run PH, and what is the goal of that event?
Okay, so for everybody to know, I created Women's Run Philippines in 2023. Our first event was October 1, 2023. The dates that I chose, it was October. October because it's a celebration of women's health, no? We have um, women who, breast cancer awareness, cervical, we have mental health, osteoporosis day. So a lot of things happening during the October. So that's a perfect opportunity for me to have that first event. And then putting up Women's Run, my goal is to celebrate and empower women through running. And not only that, but to also create a platform wherein women would be able to connect, create an opportunity for women to experience the joy of completing the run. But seeing the data that we had from the past events, it was really something that I want to increase is the number of women participation. So what I did is I did my research. I surveyed, I asked what's the reason behind why women are not joining these races, why women are not so many women are joining. So the things that I was able to unfold is, first is, of course, they don't have enough confidence in them to try. They think that when you join an event, you have to be at a certain fitness level. The other one would be there's not enough safe space for them to run, and then they're intimidated by the distances as well. So all of these things I took account, I take into consideration, and then I try to find solution for that. That's why I created free training runs or free community runs for them to experience running alongside with other women and also alongside with the beginners. You don't have to be at a certain level to be able to join the event. You can run, you can walk, you just have to enjoy and have that good feeling and experience during the first run. And then that's the only way that you can assess, oh, this run or running is really for me because I had a good experience. So from there, sparking that interest and starting that or jumpstart their running journey is very important. So that's why we also created online platform so that women from different places will be able to connect, help each other out, share their experiences. That way, it's more of uplifting and having that positive vibe.
Ma'am Nicole, for the benefit of those who will participate, what are the categories that they will participate?
So for the events that we have for Cagayan de Oro and Cebu, we are going to have 1 kilometer kids dash because we want also to let the kids experience running as well and have and be empowered as early as now to receive their first ever medal, diba? Ang sarap ng feeling ng ganon. And then next is I also have 5 kilometer and 10 kilometer for the women. Now we're planning also to increase the distance by next year. So let's see how it goes. But for now, we're planting the seed in Cebu and hoping that we reach the 3,000 mark in Cagayan de Oro.
So, as for now, where they can register for Cebu and for Cagayan de Oro, and I don't know if puno na ba yung mga slots for Cagayan de Oro, if I would ask.
We just started recently lang. Ito lang siya, kaka-start lang. So it's not yet full. But I think we might be able to get a full registration baka before the event starts. Usually naman the trend of our registration for Women's Run is naso-sold out po siya bago dumating tayo sa event week. So I'm hoping that women who are interested to join would be able to actually sign up as early as now so that you can reserve your slot and they can check through our Instagram handle, Women's Run PH, or Facebook. Or we also have our own website, which is www.womensrunph.com. So I hope that I get to see the ladies in Cagayan de Oro and in Cebu.
Yes, oh yes. I know this is quite
Mm-mm.
cliche to ask, but of course, last minute talaga kung kailan pa naman talaga deadline na mat-close yung registration. But yeah, they wanted to experience naman talaga. But anyway,
Mm-mm.
are you still eyeing? I would like to ask, are you going to eye some other places rather than Cebu, Cagayan de Oro, and Davao? Well, there are some from Gensan, I believe, who are also runners. They might wanted to have women's run PH in General Santos or some other places.
You know what, Carlo, you're right. No, there are there are a lot of women who also message us to have to have the event in Bohol, to have their event in Clark, Jetson, all of those places. And me, I really want to have a lot of events in different places because, syempre, that's really one of the things that how we can really increase the participation of women and see women grow in running. But as of now, we are just slowly touching base with each of the cities that we can mount the event. But eventually, um, as my resources would be able to be able to mount it in those places, why not?
Mm-mm.
So for now, it's well studied that when you tap or to have an event in a new city, it costs so much because I also have to bring all the things and the team from Manila to the place, and of course the existing expenses with are also um, in the local area. So that's something that we also have to consider. But definitely, I'm really excited to have and mount the events in those places. It might take me a while, but let's see next year if we're going to add one.
Of course, ma'am Nicole, with the observation that you mounted with the organized women's run PH, I would like to ask again that who is the youngest or who is the oldest, the average runner that you observe when they participate?
Oh, okay. You know what? With the youngest, we have kids kasi joining. So there were like 4 years old joining with their mom. So the youngest that we have should be at 3 years old, sana. And then but I'm not so sure lang if she was at 3 years old or four, but definitely within that range. But as for the oldest or yung ano natin, we have kasi a category of 60 years old and above. And I'm sure that we have 65 and above runners as well joining the event. So you know what? This event is really something that in any age group you belong is something that you will look forward to because we recognize the fastest in each of the age category. So if you're 60 years old and above, you still have a chance to be awarded on stage. And we've partnered with Anlin, so they also awarded age strong runners as well in different age categories.
Been everything's been said, ma'am, but I think I will let you go right now for that because I know you're not feeling well. But
Thank
anyway,
you.
I know this is going to be an exciting one. For those viewers who haven't been registered yet, kindly invite our viewers to join the Women's Run PH in Cagayan de Oro and in Cebu, respectively.
Everyone, ladies, I would like to invite you to join this empowering event that we have. Cagayan de Oro Women's Run PH will be April 19, 2026 at SMCT CDO Uptown. And I'll see you also in Cebu City. We have the Cebu Women's Run Philippines 2026 at May 17, 2026 at SMC Side Cebu. So I'll see you all there. We are all gonna have fun and enjoy each other's company. See you.
Yes, and with that, thank you so much for the time, Miss Nicole Wuthrich-De La Cruz, the
Mhm.
organizer of Women's Run PH, and I'll be hoping to see you soon at when the time permits to come over to Davao next year, and I would be happy to meet you again.
Yes, Carlo, I would that would be great, no? That's something that I also look forward to is seeing you again. So I'll see you next year, or if not, maybe early again this year. Let's see if we're going to have another training run.
Yes.
See you and thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.